And I was trying to tell him, once you become obsessed with something, it's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay. Don't be all this stuff people say, you gotta be balanced. To be the best in the world at what you do. It's not about being a Navy SEAL, people. The best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off.
Whenever you feel negative or unhappy about anything, you say, wait a minute, I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for what happens. I can't change the past, so I'm not going to spend a second worrying about the past. I'm going to become so busy working on my future and my goals that I don't have time to think about the past.
It's pretty funny that if you want to improve your cognitive function or maintain it, you should exercise rather than think. And that if you want to improve your physiology, you should straighten out your story and face your traumas rather than, say, exercise.
Self-control is a very masculine quality. You're able to control yourself. You're able to control your passions. You're able to not talk too much if you don't need to talk too much. Treating women well is a masculine virtue, is a good thing. It comes from a position of strength. You're not insecure about your masculinity. You don't have to prove that you're a man by demeaning women, by pushing them around, by calling them whores and bitches, etc. You don't have to take the Andrew Tate path in life. You can respect women, and respecting them is a sign of your strength, is a sign of being secure in your masculinity. You don't need to put other people down to make yourself feel better.
Welcome to the game. The game is money and you can't escape. Accept the rules of the game and try to win. Stop crying about how the game works. Stop trying to vote your way out of it. Stop trying to distract yourself with sports ball. Accept this game we're in. Wake the fuck up, knuckle the fuck down, and make some money, or stay forever insignificant and disposable. That's it.
Steve Jobs was 21 when he founded Apple. Walt Disney was 21 when he founded Disney. They were no older than 25 when they began the journeys that etched their names into the history books for all time. So to everyone here today, don't waste your youth. Go out and fight right from the beginning. Fight tough, fight fair, but go out and fight. You're going to be very successful, because now is the time to work harder than you have ever worked before. Push yourself further than you have ever pushed yourself before. Find your limits and then smash through everything. Go and smash through.
Look in my eyes, tell me you tell.
If the future gets clear, the price gets easier. Because you got to remember, for every promise, there's a price to pay. Everybody's got to pay the price. Everybody's got to do the deal. Everybody's got to do the disciplines. Everybody has to pay. The price is some classes. The price is a few books. The price is a few disciplines. The price is finding something that'll make your life better, make you grow, make you change, make you develop. If you'll make the promise of the future clear for yourself, the things you want, the places you want to go, the things you want to have, the person you want to become, the skills you want, the homes you want, the future you want, the friends you want, all of the values of life that you could possibly want. If you'll make that clear, make those lists, and be serious about it, I promise you it's an easy price to pay. Anybody can pay it. And the best advice I can give you is, if I can do it, you can do it.
The whole point of marriage in the first place was a very simple business transaction. I'll take care of you for the rest of your life, but you're going to listen to me, you're going to give me children, and you haven't been with any other man. Mm-hmm. That's the deal. If you're coming along as a woman saying, I've been with loads of other men, I'm not going to give you kids, and I don't listen to no man. Well, who is going to marry you? That's why marriage is gone.
We don't back down from anyone. And that's what got me in trouble. I don't play games. I don't kiss anyone's ass. And I'm a real man. And that's regardless of being a fight anything, I'm a man. And that's why I want to be a man. And if I die, I want to die a man. I don't want to die a bitch, a little fucking poodle in the street.
It takes more laziness to go to work every single day for the next 40 years than it would be for you to sit and use your mind and try and find a way to escape. You say, I'm not lazy, I work every day. But you are lazy because you can't be bothered to think outside of your box. That is laziness. I can't even call it constructive laziness. It's active laziness. I'm not lazy, I work really hard. Yes, you do work really hard because you were too lazy to find a way to not work hard. So you're lazy. Your primary objective is to become so good at suffering
that you can be an umbrella for others so they don't have to suffer. The world is a storm. It is your job to shield others from the rain, to absorb the suffering. I absorb the suffering of my children. I absorb the suffering of my mother. I absorb the suffering of the women I care about. I pay the bills. I struggle to make the money. I keep them safe. I deal with all the problems. I deal with all the stress, and they can all live underneath me.
When you're 25, you can be an idiot. It's no problem. Even when you're out in a job search, it's like, well, you don't have any experience and you're kind of clueless. It's, yeah, you're young. You know, it's no problem. That's what young people are like, but they're full of potential. Okay, well, now you're the same person at 30. It's like people aren't so thrilled about you at that point. It's like, what the hell have you been doing for the last 10 years? Well, I'm just as clueless as I was when I was 22. It's, yeah, but you're not 22. You're an old infant, right? And that's an ugly thing, an old infant. So, part of the reason you choose your damn sacrifice, because the sacrifice is inevitable, but at least you get to choose it.
I've never met someone really successful who had a great social life at 20. If that's what you want, that's great, but you're not going to be successful, and don't blame anyone else. It's like you have to be somewhat honest when you're doing your partner selection. I ask people all the time, they're like, oh, I met someone I really like. They're like, well, what do you like about him, her? And they're like, the rest, oh, they went to this school. And I was like, okay, great. And what else do you like? Well, they went to that school. And I'm like, and what else do you like? Well, their brother's really interesting. Their sister's really interesting. It's like, well, what about the like and like? Like, do you like them? Do they like you? How are they going to feel when you dedicate the next 10 years of your life to building what you think is valuable?
I have a friend. I have a friend, if he called me right now, and we only talk, 2 or 3 times a year. But if he called me right now, I've said this before, and he's like, Dwayne, I need a kidney. I'm on the next plane down. You can have 2 of them if you need them. That's my friend. All right? Whatever he needs. All he knows. And it's vice versa. But I have a lot of people who come along and they call me their friend, and they say they want to be friend. Then they stand on their head and show their rear end, and then they're all shocked and bothered because I just shrug and walk away. I didn't need them as a friend in the first place. Don't need them. I'm not needy. If you want to be my friend and you want to act like a friend, okay, but I don't need a friend.
One of the most brilliant things that was ever said to me by an extremely skilled psychoanalyst is so simple, and yet I do think it's the most fundamental thing to understanding oneself, is that it's all internal, right? If you finish a marathon in first place, no one comes along and drips dopamine in your ear. You self-generate that. It's all internal. It's all about your internal representation. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't good and bad events in life, but the fact of the matter is that if you set the next milestone as just outside the distance of what you're comfortable with, and you make it there, if you allow yourself a moment to register that win, you get energy to then set the next milestone and achieve it. That energy is dopamine converted into epinephrine, into adrenaline.